Hey guys, it's Brian, and welcome to Autopsy Simulator. It's a game I saw on Steam, and it's just a demo for now, but it looked pretty cool, so why not just play it? Alright, let's start.
No, do not call me anymore. It's none of my business.
Slam! Alright. Oh, the game looks really. Oh, but this.
How am I supposed to record a lecture for the students now? Feeling completely broken.
With this mouse acceleration to make it look nicer, I guess. Alright. I guess we just
Oh, I'm gonna go nuts if I don't take my pills.
pills. Am I crazy? Alright. Where's the pills? I have some cigarettes here. We can take a look at it. Alright. Nothing much over there. We'll look at the notes. Hi, this is Kate Brooks, a reporter for the New Orleans Weekly. I couldn't find you at home. I'm starting to suspect you are avoiding me, Mr. Hammond. Anyways, as you know, we'd like to write an outside comment. So hard to read. Oh, press R. Commemorating your wife's achievement. We'll be delighted to talk to you about it. Along with this note, I will also leave you my card. Let me call you this evening, and I hope to see you at home or at the office. Regards, A. Burrows. Alright. Seems like our wife has done something great. Warrants interview. The press.
Oh shit. It's only Thursday.
Presume this is a picture of my wife. Yeah, let's see, can't imagine how. And our wife is dead. Merlot's Entertainment presents Aerosmith. 1991. Wait, that far back? Was that like an old ticket?
I really need to fix them.
Skip dial. Oh, we can skip the dialogue by pressing space. PV. The tape here. Something scribbled. It's too hard to read. 1987. Oh, is this the card? Love is. Oh, Alice. Handwriting's kind of hard to read.
I borrowed it from Steven. Since Alice died.
Guess we are in the 1990s with a TV like that. Oh my. A suitcase here. How to break out of this vicious cycle. Wait, can we look at the back? Can't. Nothing noteworthy there. Without diplomas. Can we look at it?
Medical school diploma. I'm glad it's hanging here, because I can barely remember that time anyway. I feel like an exhibit here sometimes.
Where are those pills? Oh, it has to be in our drawer. So nothing in his drawers. Who does that? Alright, but where are the pills, man? Oh, you can't open these systems. Oh. Alright, I don't want to open those anymore. It really hurts. Please let the pills be on one of these. Let me fix the bright. Can I fix the brightness in this? Supposed to be that dark. Wait, what? I didn't need pills? Look for your pills. Go to the bathroom. Wet paint. Enter.
It's locked.
It's a bathroom.
Fuck. Where are my meds?
Pills. It appears the mirrors aren't working in this world. So, alright. So what are we supposed to do?
Alright. Now we can go get the camera.
Storage. The user storage? Alright.
Oh, this place is starting to look like a garbage dump rather than a storage room.
The video camera is so huge.
Well, I hope I won't forget to press the record button this time. Let's move on straight to our deceased.
Very relatable. Forgetting press record. Oh, right.
I'm wondering how the new tripod is going to work.
It appears we have a dead body here. Let's place the camera here. On it. That's so huge.
Just frame it properly and... Oh, this should be fine. November 21st, 1991. Time, 8:43 p.m. Recording for medical students from the unit. Well, who do we have here today?
Oh, you're not gonna continue. Alright. Mentions the rookie's mistake.
Mention the rookie mistakes. Oh yeah, that's right. That's my warrant to sensify you for a few issues. First, due to the fact that in the process of revealing and securing forensic traces, interference that changes the primary condition happens. The photographic documentation plays a huge role in the entire process of examination. Then, the body needs to be placed on its back on the autopsy table. The pathomorphologist stands on the left-hand side of the body. Third, very rarely but still, the cause of death remains unknown if all the tests come out negative. That's the so-called white autopsy, found on the outskirts of a parking lot near a gas station, where he often begged and insistently offered to clean the windows of cars that were leaving the station. The body was found in a dry field drain. A frequent cause of dramatic deaths among the elderly is the various types of accidents, including traffic accidents or falling down the stairs. The body was spotted by a station worker during the morning shift. At first, he thought that someone had thrown rain boots and a coat in a nearby ditch. It took him a moment to recognize a human body laying on its back. Signs of libation could be found around the dead body. Empty bottles, traces of an inept attempt to start a fire, and a scattered makeshift blanket.
Alright, I guess the guy was murdered in a ditch somewhere? You know, for a second I thought this was, you know, those mortuary games where you're prepping the dead body. But called Autopsy Simulator for a reason. And for some reason, I seem to have forgotten about it.
The deceased is locally known as Old Toby, homeless and unemployed for at least a couple years. He had gotten into fights and had been bullied by the problematic youth of the town. He was that type of a man who never kept off alcohol, which caused him to be homeless. As a young man working in a suburban coal mine most of his life, he already abused alcohol, and as the time went by, he'd fall into addiction more. Oh, that's interesting. Although alcohol poisoning as a sole cause of death among the elderly people is relatively rare, different levels of alcohol poisoning happen among 1 in 4 deaths of elderly people, which may suggest that alcohol abuse is a significant issue in this age group. What is important to note, even though alcohol poisoning does not cause death, it does increase the risk of accidents and their following injuries.
Alright, got drunk as well.
The body was found at 7 o'clock by Sheriff Matthew Thompson. White male, 76 kilograms, 5'8", age unknown. The deceased is a local homeless man named Toby Chambers. His son runs a hardware store. His wife ran away years ago. Local police have talked to residents, so we know more about the deceased. For example, that he loved drinking, and by no means was abstinent. Such clues can direct us to things that are worth keeping in mind during the autopsy.
Okay, right, at least he has a family, you know?
Found on the outskirts, the deceased, the body was found in a frequent, the body, it took him a side empty.
Alright, I guess that's the case file. Do we start on the autopsy?
Oh, where are the damn gloves?
Alright, we gotta find the gloves.
They've been here for so long they even smell like they're dead. Maybe it's time to say goodbye.
But they look so good. Alright, gloves, right here.
Now we can get to work. We're going to need the camera. It should be here somewhere.
Camera? This camera? Was it like a endoscope where you put it inside of them?
Must have left it in one of the drawers.
Oh, thank God. This drawer doesn't squeak like that. So high pitch.
Let's follow the procedure and prepare photo documentation. We must follow the top-down rule. Luckily, we don't have to take pictures of the clothes this time. We are only focusing on the body. Let's keep in mind it's all about the legibility, not the perfect frame. Before we start searching for traces on the deceased's body, we have to take a main picture that goes in the files.
Alright, let's get a picture. Press F. Wait, what's the top down? Is it like this? Oh wait. Up. Then down. Bang.
Voila! Now we move on to the next step. Trace search.
Alright. Gonna...
We're going to need better zoom here.
Oh, mouse to zoom. Alright, let's see how he died. Toe seems to be black. There was like a scar here. We take picture of those. How did you die?
We're going to... And that's perfect.
Like scar marks here everywhere.
We're going to need better zoom here.
Oh. And spots in the body. Does this count as a spot? It doesn't. Like blood here. What's happening? Right. Guess I don't get to look at the picture then. I saw this scar here. Guess it's not scar. But we can, yeah, we can take a picture of the foot.
People affected by homelessness most often die from accidents, alcohol abuse, or they freeze to death. Unfortunately, both suicide and homicide are also quite common.
Alright. Need to find that last picture somewhere. Oh, it's probably his hands.
Well, you don't have to stand close to be able to smell a strong odor of alcohol and other discharges. There's nothing left to say. Old Toby didn't spare himself.
Other discharges?
While taking the photos, some entries that could be potentially lethal caught my attention. Let's take a closer look using the magnifying glass.
Oh, there's still blood on there. Should clear it out. Alright, it's the magnifying glass. Table. There's a voice recorder here. So we can click on it. Magnifying glass. Those are microscopes. Pictures are here. Chest. There's burns on his chest. In abrasions. Yeah, that's his head. That's the magnifying glass. You know, it would be nice if you told me where. Or do I have to begin the autopsy? Investigate the potential death causes. Take the magnifying from the wheel. Press tab. Oh, it's already on us. Alright, let's look at his hands.
There are frostbite marks all over the deceased's body. Although they are most visible on the tips of his fingers, they can be recognized by the very specific color of the skin. However, the hands tell us much more.
What? There's frostbite? Bloody hematoma.
That's something interesting. While making photographic documentation, ecchymosis can be seen on the deceased man's head. The appearance indicates the intravital nature of the wound. We'll come back later to see if everything is alright with the brain.
Alright, I have no clue what he said, but I think he bashed his head.
An old wound that hadn't healed properly. It must have been some kind of burn or other injury. Nevertheless, it has nothing to do with the potential cause of death.
Too old. Alright, skin abrasion.
By the look of his feet, I assume Toby must have worn uncomfortable and dinky shoes for quite a while. However, such wounds have nothing to do with his death. What do we have here?
Did he just freeze to death? Further examination of the brain. Alright. I think we need to check on the brain.
The condition of the head tells us it could have been a fatal accident. An old wound that hadn't healed properly. It must have been some kind of burn or other injury. Nevertheless, it has nothing to do with the potential cause of death.
Oh, we have to click through all? Didn't just say it's a fall?
By the look of his feet, I assume Toby must have worn uncomfortable and dinky shoes for... He could be freezing to death. Yeah, the odor can be the result of alcohol intoxication.
Right, we have 3 possible deaths. I think it's a fatal fall. Or he could have had alcohol poisoning and then fell down and broke his head. I think it's a fall.
A frequent cause of traumatic deaths among the elderly is the various types of accidents, including traffic accidents or falling down the stairs. Although alcohol poisoning does not cause death, it does increase the risk of accidents and their following injuries.
Exactly what I said.
That's interesting. Frostbite in New Orleans. Actually, the weather this fall has been surprisingly nasty. At this point, that's all I can do based on all traces on the body of the deceased. The inside should tell me much more. Let's move back to the body.
Are we gonna cut it up? Grab the right hand to perform examination.
Now let's check the level of muscle tension. This will allow us to establish time of death. Let's raise the deceased's hand.
Oh, what? You can raise the hand to determine time of death? Or to keep it centered? Or,
And then let go. The stronger the rigor mortis gets, the greater the resistance from the muscles will be. As you can see, the hand falls loose. The rigor mortis has already subsided. We can then assume that the time of death stated in the files is correct.
wait, you become loose after rigor mortis?
Let's grab a scalpel.
Alright, time to cut him up. Scalpel.
You can boldly cut with the scalpel. It won't hurt him no more. We always start with the neck and move down towards the symphysis pubis. The incision should be deep. Next, we separate the skin and prepare to remove the ribs.
Like how we cut around the belly button. Alright. How do we just pull it? Ow. Pull it. Alright, we're done with that part. What tool would be good to break ribs? Thinking it's the lopers. The chest using the hand tool from the tool wheel. Okay. Alright. Do I have to flip this up? Oh.
The adipose tissue has an intense yellow hue. As you've probably already guessed, we're going to need the scissors.
Scissors? Is it the lopers? Yeah, it is. Yeah.
After removing both cartilage and bone tissues, we are actually interested in 2 things that you can see at the very first glance. The lack of organ congestion means that, although the deceased was cold, hypothermia wasn't the cause of death.
Right. Oh, we still need the magnifying glass. Alright, let's check his heart. Oh, we're just zooming on it. Is that all? Is he not gonna commentate?
We can eliminate freezing as the cause of death.
Alright, where's freezing? Gotcha. And I lost my cursor. Shift. Alright, freezing.
A frequent cause of traumatic deaths among the elderly is the various types of accidents, including traffic accidents or falling down the stairs.
Alright, time to pull out his thing. Just grab them. Oh wait, we have to cut it? Loopers.
I don't need this tool now. I don't need this tool now.
Guess we're just gonna rip his lungs out. We need to cut.
The deceased smoked like a chimney. Let's take a closer look.
Ash gonna come up? Alright, we're taking a look. Oh, we just hold it.
We see widespread black and tarry deposits caused by smoking cigarettes. Despite the tragic condition of the lungs, they are not the cause of death.
I mean, you don't have to look at this specific part to determine that. But it's a nodule. Oh wait, the dissection of the organ in this case was not required. Right, do we put it back?
Now we need to go grab the syringe.
Syringe? For what? Need to grab some blood?
At this point, we need to test the level of blood alcohol concentration of the deceased.
Right. Go through the eye.
We also collect the fluid from the deceased to determine the level of alcohol concentration in the vitreous humor. We move on to collecting blood from the heart. 5 milliliters from the left ventricle should do it. Now, we prick the bladder and draw about 10 milliliters of fluid. Keep in mind that you have to set the right time and speed on both knobs before running the centrifuge. Our samples may break into pieces due to the centrifugal force if we set up the wrong coordinates. I myself am terrible with numbers because I suffer from dyscalculia, which is why I always keep the appropriate coordinates at hand.
Appropriate coordinates at hand? Where is it? Is it on our table? Coordinates?
I don't know how I could have worked without this gadget before.
40 minutes, 75%. Oh, right. Wait, you weren't here before. What do you put it over there? Just put it over here. 40 minutes. Wait, how do we spin the knob? Oh, mouse. 40 for 75%. Let me go the other way. Oh my. Alright, start. So are we just gonna stand here and watch it for 40 minutes?
Damn it. If something goes to shit, it's on the way. It's probably the blown fuses again. Hold up. I must have had a flashlight somewhere.
Stay here, Mr. Be back.
And I was hoping to clock out early today.
Is this a...
What was that? Where did it go?
What? Is there a cat? Go to storage.
Yeah, it's definitely the fuses.
Fuses? When do you see the fuse? What happened to my flashlight? Oh, I can't see anything.
Repairs.
Dude, where's your flashlight?
Repairs.
Repairs.
I don't even know what this pump is here for.
Dude, like seriously, where's your flashlight?
Repairs.
Alright, I'm lost. Did we drop our flashlight here? Where did we drop the flashlight? Oh, fuse box right here. We're not.
Right goes first, left next. Voila.
Alright.
Where's that unbearable noise coming from? That's strange. I'm pretty sure I closed the window.
Why don't you lock? These windows have no lock.
The homeless probably misses me already.
Is that right? It's a radio.
Alright, let's see what we've got. Where were we? Oh yeah, the blood alcohol concentration.
No way has it been 40 minutes already.
Well, everything is telling us that the BAC, blood alcohol concentration, is high. Hence the smell we're getting from the deceased.
I'm surprised.
Still, to be 100% sure, I have to send the samples to the lab. Unfortunately, I don't have the equipment to conduct a detailed analysis here.
Right, pass it off to the labs. Take one out. Oh, we gotta examine this stuff. We see what he last ate.
Now let's take a closer look at the stomach.
Blink. We have to find that specific area. The bar started moving when I was... Alright, just leave it there.
As expected, the stomach has no major external damage. In this case, further inspection is no use. We must cut him open.
Ugh. Alright. Oh, we have to follow. Right. We're just following the line, the bottom left. I don't think it's a problem. Gotta be careful. I mean, do you need this level of... Why is it so sensitive? Like, this is literally just the end bit. Like, your knife is already through.
That's interesting. In addition to a large amount of gas and liquid, the stomach also contains small amounts of yellow-grayish food content resembling some kind of meat. Either our deceased hadn't eaten in days, or some of the bulk of his stomach had found a way out. Oh, it couldn't have been suffocation, could it? Now we need to focus on the cardiovascular system, especially the heart. We take the organ and look it up and down, carefully.
Like so bright pink. Right. Oh, got the position.
At first glance, the heart looks fine. The pulmonary trunk and aorta seem to be in good condition. There are no pathological changes that have contributed to our Toby's death. Well, once we've got the body ticked off, we can move on to the head.
Alright, time to look at the cut at the head. We gotta saw
Let's
his
take
head
the
off.
autopsy saw to cut through the skull to cleave it in two. Remember, the skull, not the saw. Anyway, we will start dissecting the brain from the occipital lobe. In this way, the brain's dura mater is slowly revealing itself.
I thought we were gonna chop the entire head off. Right? I think this is a more civilized way. Ugh. Alright, gotta find the perfect position for this walnut. Oh, there we go.
After the basic examination, we can see that the cerebral gyri in both brain hemispheres are symmetric and the bumps between them are clear.
Alright, what happened here?
So far, so good. The hematoma seems to have had no effect on the organ we're examining. Let's check its transection. Moving on to the incision. Holding a knife with a long, narrow blade in your dominant hand, cut the cranial nerves on both sides, pulling the brain towards you.
You have to keep going up and down.
Remember, just one small fragment examined under the magnifying glass is enough to dispel or confirm our doubts. We then take the fragment of the brain to the tray, and, literally and figuratively, just as I initially said, we can rule the fatal accident out as well.
I guess he didn't fall. Alright. Take out the trachea. Examine it. Alright, windpipe. Oh. Don't clear external pathological changes.
Same as we did with this. While cutting a small organ, such as the trachea, we must perform a precise incision. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we've got it.
Did he choke to death?
Based on the report and preliminary documentation, it is safe to assume that the deceased passed out after consumption of alcohol and then fell asleep on his back. Then the gastric contents refluxed and flooded the airways, causing death. That's why we don't forget about the recovery position at dorm parties.
I guess he choked to death while asleep.
And now it's all clear. The death was caused by suffocation.
Right. Do we have to sew him back up? Go to the general cut. I have to begin?
We now come to the deceased's neck.
Oh. Not done the cause of death. Man, you couldn't just open it when I press shift. Like, you have no other use of shift. Like, just use it outside, man. What is this? Took me so long to find it. Yes. I'll give you a big peep. Oh.
It went quite smoothly today. I'm about to get off.
Right, don't we have to sew him up or something? Close the chest? Alright, we just leave everything outside?
In order to bring the chest of our deceased back to its initial state, at least, we sewed the deceased using the baseball stitch technique. This stitching method is very strong and quick to do.
Are we not gonna fix his head?
I should probably get to that. I'm coming.
It's calling me so late at night.
This is Dr. Jack Hanman. Please leave a message.
Good evening. How are you? How are you? How are you?
What the f is that supposed to be? I'll finish the stitching and I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Something gonna chase me down corridor. I can't even sprint. Is the body gonna disappear? It's gone.
What the fuck?
Alright. I guess we don't get jump scared. Thank you for playing the demo. Yeah. Pretty cool game. If you like it, it's down in the descriptions. And yeah, like and subscribe. I'll see you. Bye.